Welcome to Business. I'm holding the fort for the news anchor. Kenya is implementing a horizontal value chain growth system to increase exports to 30% of the gross domestic product by 2025 from the current 10%. Trade Cabinet Secretary Moses Kuria says that this approach will hasten the country's integration of small businesses into new regional markets and also promote intra-Africa trade.
Africa boasts of a 1.3 billion person market with a joint gross domestic product of over $3 trillion. However, intracontinental trade still stands at a mere 15%, accounting for about $50 billion. Ministry of Trade, Investment and Industry Cabinet Secretary Moses Kuria reckons this could be exponentially grown, given the immense trade potential Kenya harbors and its strategic position as Africa's gateway.
It takes some stamina, it takes some fortitude, and it takes some consistency. And on behalf of the other ministers, Secretary General, let me assure you that we have the full support of your ministers, of also the heads of state, and we are going to work together. You are consider that you have got partners, and you have got many champions.
The CS says this could be grown to 25%, equivalent to $70 billion, depending on liberalization efforts made by African countries through the Africa Continental Free Trade Area Agreement.
I'd insist on them on the need for Africa integration. And I did that on the east and the southern side, from Egypt all the way to Pretoria. And I'm going to do it again to Abuja, to Tunis, to all capitals of this continent, and talk not just to my fellow cabinet colleagues or fellow ministers, but also to the heads of state and tell them the time for real practical steps for Africa integration is now.
Kenyan cottage industries are hopeful the easing of these cross-border regulations and barriers will expose them to larger markets.
We would want farmers, traders, investors to know that we have invested in stores and storage facilities, including silos, where they can store their produce to last longer. We have invested, and we would want to network so that people are able to benefit from what we have already done.
Actually, I'm looking for a partner who, actually I have a partner, and then to support our partner to provide some the map of localization and how we can get the real pictures with the business aspect.
They say locally made products that do not thrive in the Kenyan market may appeal to other markets within Africa, thus ensuring business sustainability and viability. Not only that, they appeal to the national and county governments to facilitate flexible policies, which could potentially increase investor attention. As the first day of the Kenya International Investment Conference comes to a close, small businesses are calling for softer regulations and better policies to ensure that they can traverse the borders and go into the African markets. Hibak Said for Prime Edition.